right. Had to kind of fix up my camera a little bit. All right, guys. Welcome to the Pitchfork podcast for March 15th, 2021. If you guys like the stream, hit the like button, hit the share button. Let people know that I run the stream. If you want to participate in the show, dial 253-203-6784. Once again, the number to dial in is 253-203-6784. I'm going to say that number one more time for you. 253-203-6784. You can also join my Discord chat, also join my Discord server and have a conversation with me. I have no problem with that. Make sure you join the Discord server. You must verify first and make sure you are a real person before you just jump into my chat. And then once that happens, you're in the game, guys. You're in the game. You're ready to go and have a little fun. So with that being said, guys, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you let people know that I run this podcast. We're going to be covering several topics on today. I got a question. I got an email in my email box today. Someone asked me why have I not been covering the George Floyd case as often as one would expect that I would. The reason why is because I don't expect for there to be justice in the Derek Chauvin case. I don't expect for there to be justice in the Derek Chauvin case. I just don't expect that. Don't expect that. So that's why I've not been covering it as much. But however, I will cover it if you guys want me to. You know, I'm just waiting for the aftermath. Oh my God, that's what I'm waiting on, the aftermath. I'm not worried about everything else. The aftermath is what I'm concerned with. The aftermath is gonna be juicy, spicy, and delicious. It's gonna be magically delicious. Good. It's gonna be like Campbell's soup. Good. Because the one thing that people need to understand is that there's a lot of people out there who are very upset with police officers right now, because there's some of the things that's been happening. I want you to understand that I don't condone what's likely going to happen as a response to this, right? So there's a few news stories that we're going to be covering, a few news stories that are going to be interesting. That I think you should hear about. There is definitely there's definitely some bad cop no donut news. It's gonna be some crazy stuff. There's been some cops attending Proud Boy rallies. It's been some cops doing some crazy stuff, man. So right now, we're going to be seeing some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Some pretty wild stuff. I must say. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's open this from Fresno B right here. All right, so there's going to be a little bit of a lag there. I apologize. But however, we're back up to speed now. So we're going to go over to the live scene now, and we're going to cover this story. We're going to go ahead and record this. It's going to be a live edit for Bad Cop No Donut. By the way, guys, I run different types of content. Bad Cop No Donut news and views is a minute or less, and various other types of content. But if you like a certain type of content, let me know, and I will definitely run with it. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and test the soundboard real quick. Oh, my God. That's my own little meme. If you want that, let me know.
You're about to experience a nigga moment. That's bullshit. Stop lying.
Enough from the clown.
It seems to me a strange thing.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It was Antifa, rat.
Oh my God.
It was Antifa, rat.
That's one of my favorite tones right there.
Give your meat a good old rubbing. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
I'll tell you what.
Bruh.
Okay. Now, let me go ahead and fix something up with my hotkeys real quick before we start let me see. What do we toggle? Let's see. Desktop audio. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to the article here, and let's go ahead and have a conversation about this piece here. It's going to be pretty interesting. So this is from the Fresno Bee, and it's going to be a pretty spicy tone. This one here is pretty crazy, I must say, and it's pretty wild. I am not quite sure how to take this one, to be perfectly honest with you, but it is quite a weird one. So, with that being said, let's get into the nitty-gritty. All right, so this piece comes from the Fresno Bee. A Fresno police officer placed on leave after seen with Proud Boys at Tower Theater protests. Published on March 14th. So again, this is recent. It just happened, and a police officer was seen with Proud Boys. That's oh my God. That's not quite sure how you spin that one. That's
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
I think we all can agree that this is definitely a bad cop who doesn't deserve donuts. I think we all can agree it's definitely a bad cop who doesn't deserve donuts. His donuts should be confiscated. It's pretty obvious. A photo posted to Facebook shows a man identified as Fresno police officer Rick Fitzgerald dressed in Proud Boy gear at a Stop the Steal protest opposing the election results at the California Capitol on November 21st, 2020. Wow. So, Stop the Steal. You're a police officer. That's just...
Oh my God! Wow!
That's spicy.
Oh my God!
That's spicy. That's a real spicy meatball. You know? Spicy as Super Mario would say, or as Luigi would say, that's a way too so spicy. Mamma mia. Okay? The Fresno Police Department is investigating one of its own officers after he joined the Proud Boys on Sunday morning to counter protest the sale of the iconic Tower Theater to a church. Officer Rick Fitzgerald was spotted in the YouTube footage posted by Eddie Block, a Madura man who is a former Proud Boy. Block's home was raided by the FBI in late January. After police became aware of the footage, Chief Paco Balderrama, I want to say, launched an internal affairs investigation. According to a statement released by the department Sunday night, the statement did not identify Fitzgerald by name. The California Peace Officer Bill of Rights prohibits police from naming the officer. That's interesting. So they could name suspects. You know, that's a really, really strange thing.
It seems to me a strange thing.
It's a very, very strange thing. They can name you as a suspect in anything, you know, seen with freaking Proud Boys. They can then, you know, put you on all kind of lists. They can watch you. They can counsel you. You can lose your job. But suddenly, you know, you can't just release his name. You know, identify the officer, naming the officer, even though it's based on camera footage. You know, that's very, very interesting. That's a very, very strange thing.
It seems to me a strange thing.
Very strange thing, isn't it? Lieutenant Rob Beckwith later said the officer in question was placed on paid administrative leave, and his police officer powers were temporarily suspended pending the outcome of the investigation. Although at this point these are merely allegations and the matter will be fully investigated, it is important to maintain the integrity and legitimacy of our police department. Balderrama said in the statement.
That's bullshit. Stop lying.
That's bullshit. Stop lying. The Fresno Police Department. Your reputation is almost as bad as that LAPD. And trust me, if you're as bad as LAPD, you might as well be goddamn ISIS. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you are as anywhere near as bad as LAPD, you might as well be the mythical Antifa that the MAGA crowd and the far right keeps wanting to try to convince people even showed up there.
It was Antifa, hurrat.
It was Antifa, hurrat. So Fitzgerald was one of 8 officers who fired a total of 63 rounds and killed a 23-year-old Fresno Pacific University student in the Tower District in 2010, B archives show. The student was reportedly under the influence and holding a rifle, but no evidence showed he ever fired the gun. Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer, who was the Fresno chief for 18 years, also weighed in on the issue. These images are extremely disturbing and are being taken very seriously, Dyer said in a statement posted to Twitter. As the mayor of the city, I will not tolerate any City of Fresno employee belonging to organizations that promote views of supremacy, racism, or criminal conduct. This matter is under full investigation, and appropriate action will be taken to address any misconduct. I just, again, the fact that you have an environment where an officer kills people who haven't even fired a gun just because they had a gun, which, first of all, if an officer shoots you because you merely have a gun on you, that they are not doing their job, because it is their job to uphold the Constitution. The Constitution says I have the right to bear arms. So he killed somebody else. Because they can carry a gun, but you can hang around terrorists, huh? That is a very, very strange thing.
It seems to me a strange thing.
It's a very strange thing. It's very, very strange how that works. Block live streamed himself showing up to the Tower Theater protest Sunday morning and showed Fitzgerald in the video. Fitzgerald wore clothing identifying himself as a sheepdog with a group called Sons of 76. Twitter users identified Fitzgerald as the same man who wore Proud Boy clothing at a Sacramento protest. Interesting. Oh, so this is not his first time then. This ain't his first time then. Let's take a look at some of these photos. I'm very, again, my antennas are up. I want to see these mythical Antifa, these Antifa people. Interesting. So they even got, let's interesting. So that's him. So Eddie Block, the guy that was recording it, that's him. Eddie is out with a group called Sons of 76. Eddie called this man Rick and implied that he was a cop. Back in November, a man with matching tattoos was in Sacramento wearing Proud Boy gear. He also had sheepdog name tags at the event. Interesting. Yeah, I can see the kind of like words down here and the words here and the tattoo there, kind of like the part right there and the part right there too. I can definitely see that. Yeah, let me take a look there. Sheepdog. See the tattoos there on the side, right? And if you turn over here, similar tattoos right there on the side. Sheepdog. Very similar build. Also called him Rick. Yeah, that would be, I think that's evidence. The officer was placed on leave. That's evidence. Interesting. So in another video, he identified him as that. Okay, so let's take a look at that then. I'm very interested in that. I'm very, very curious. This is very, very interesting. This is very, very interesting. I'm very, very curious in this. This is fascinating. This is fascinating, man. I tell you, this is fascinating. You know, I find it fascinating. I don't know about you. But I find it fascinating personally. Let's see. Let's go down here. Take a look right here in this photo. Okay, so that's tattoo right there. Fresno Police. Looks very simple. Yep. That's our boy. Good job, Twitter sleuths. That's our boy. Whoo, that's our boy.
Oh my God.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat.
Yeah, boy. Spicy meat. That's a spicy meatball. Okay? Listen, as Super Mario would say, and as Luigi would say, Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Block and Fitzgerald joined the counter-protests to the Tower Theater sale. Counter-protests included Proud Boys and other known local far-right people who have expressed white supremacist views online. Tower District Bicycle Patrol officers are seen in Block's video monitoring the situation, but generally standing by. While Block confronts people protesting the sale of the theater, it's not clear if Fitzgerald does. Protesters have been out for weeks opposing the sale of the theater to a church believed to be anti-LGBTQ. Tower business owners also worry the sale to a church will hamper business operations in the area, such as bars or future marijuana dispensaries. Interesting. Proud Boys showed up to the counter protest last week as well, and later in the day, residents found swastika graffiti on Tower buildings. Swastika graffiti. That is very interesting. That's very interesting. So once again, you know, people are protesting the sale of this theater to this church because they think it's an anti-LGBT type of religious establishment. And on top of that, it could hamper, because again, there are certain local ordinances and everything else where you can't have certain, you know, businesses around a church, whereas marijuana and what have you. Whereas cannabis is legal in California, so that's why people are protesting. So the Proud Boys are showing up to protest against those people, right? So people are protesting the sale of a building, which is their right, and they're worried about weed sales as part of it. And a police officer shows up, right? Because this is one of the biggest excuses people always use is, well, just change the law, just change the law. You could just change the law. I'll tell you what. You could just change the law. Just change the law. Why can't you just change the law? Well, the reason why is because whenever you try to change the law, some of the biggest opponents to laws changing are the police. Like, for example, in South Carolina, when we were talking about marijuana legalization or medical cannabis, one of the biggest opponents to that was the SLED division chief, Mark Keel. You know, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, the top law enforcement division in the whole state. You had Sheriff Leon Lott from Richland County. You had several sheriffs from all over the state opposing it. So if you're going to say change the law, how about the freaking cops? Shut the fuck up then. And don't get in the way when I try to fucking change it then. But even then, they show up with goddamn terrorists. So, I mean, does it really matter then? Proud Boy involvement. Fitzgerald in online post says he's the president of Sons of 76, a local patriotic fraternity focused on community service and charity. But Fitzgerald said he previously was part of the Proud Boys and encourages others to join that group along with the Three Percenters, both fascist white supremacist groups that engage in violent clashes at political rallies. In a podcast episode, Fitzgerald said he was part of the local Proud Boys group for about a year and reached third degree in leadership level of membership before he left. Interesting. So he was leadership. It's not some low-level guy. He was a shot caller. In terms of gangs and everything else, he was a shot caller, man. So not only are did we catch a bad cop who should have all of his donuts confiscated, we found a fascist, likely a white supremacist, very likely someone who's a terrorist leader. Again, all alleged. But based on what I'm seeing here, man, it's just looking harder and harder to argue there. It looks harder and harder to argue there. It looks hard and harder to argue there, man. It looks harder and harder. Fitzgerald said he wasn't a fan of going to protests, but instead wanted to focus on local issues and community service to promote the values of honor, integrity, faith, and patriotism. He called the Sons of 76 gentlemen combatants. Gentlemen.
Nigga, that's that bullshit.
Gentlemen combatants. A police officer joined an organization, a known terrorist organization, joins another organization that calls themselves, he called them gentlemen combatants. A civilian organization that a police officer is a part of puts the words combatants in it. That's goddamn horrifying, man. We're gentlemen until it's time to not be gentlemen anymore, and then we fight, he said. And when we fight, we do it in an honorable way. We do it in an efficient way, and we win. And we finish the fight when it's brought to us. In other online posts, Fitzgerald talks about fitness and being ready to fight. Fitzgerald often references his line of work in his posts as well. In one Instagram photo from 2019, Fitzgerald posted a photo of himself wearing a Punisher mask and pointing a gun with the caption, "Shit is a lot easier when you can kill people." Wow. Wow.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Should this person have ever been a police officer? Tell me that this person should have ever been a fucking police officer. Tell me this person should have ever been a fucking police officer. This is goddamn horrifying. This is goddamn horrifying. All right, so that's one live edit done. Trying to stop this recording. All right, here we go. All right, so that recording is done. Let me go ahead and make sure I fix up. DM Cos Chaos, welcome to the chat, sir. I salute you. Let me go ahead and fix this recording up real quick because I think I recorded too many. Okay, got that. Let's go ahead and delete those. Bam. Those in the trash. All right, so we're going back to the show. All right, so let me go read out some comments. DM Coscare says, what's up, D8? Just got back from my jog. Yes, good stuff. The good stuff on self-improvement. A lot of white nationalists today to debate with them. It's crazy. And police who know to associate with these groups shake my head. Yeah, seriously, it's fucking crazy. OTLs be like, change the law, but people like you vote. Diesel Bomber says, Diesel Bomber, how you doing, sir? I salute you in the chat. How is this guy a cop? Your guess is as good as mine. This is as good as mine, man. Your guess is as good as mine. Because that shit is crazy. I've never seen anything quite like it, man. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. That's just wild. Again, we covered that one, but there's been a lot of other stories, man. It's been a lot of stories. It's been some stories, man. There's been some stories. I got another one for you that's gonna blow your mind. This one here is one that holy shit, it's pretty fucking crazy. This one here is pretty fucking crazy. All right. So this one here is going to blow your mind. DM Coscare says, fuck if I know. Also, D's Bomb says, it's just crazy. No, I got one that's even crazier for you. I got one that's going to blow your fucking mind. An officer turned himself in. And when you hear the reason why, he's going to be like, what the fuck? Telling you, it's going to blow your mind. Oh, you ready for this one? You ready? All right. I'm going to tell you. It's what happened in North Carolina. This is what happened in North Carolina. Yeah. An off-duty officer has been charged in an assault and a break-in. This one's I just don't know, man. What do you want me to do with this shit? Let's play some score. All right, so this was a pretty spicy one. A North Carolina officer, a police officer, has been charged in off-duty assault and break-in. God, what?
Oh my God!
What?
Wow!
What?
Oh my God!
A North Carolina police officer has been accused of breaking into a home, assaulting 2 people, and attempting to prevent a woman from calling from help. Wait, oh no! I'm gonna call your job. Stop. What? What? This is fucking bonkers. What? Okay. Get ready, strap in for this one, folks. This was pretty fucking wild. A North Carolina police officer accused of breaking into a home, assaulting 2 people inside, attempting to prevent a woman from calling for help, is facing several criminal charges. I would hope so. If any of that's true, I would hope he would face several criminal charges. Salisbury police officer Malik Bird, 23, surrendered to authorities Sunday and was placed on paid leave while his department's professional standards unit reviewed the weekend altercation, Salisbury police officials said in a statement. Wow. Bird was accused of illegally entering a Rockwell home late Saturday while he was off duty and attacking a woman inside, grabbing her by the arm and pulling and pushing her, according to a warrant obtained by WBTV. So a warrant. Ooh. So they had a warrant. So I don't want to hear shit from the OTLs. You say obey the law? Well, the law says that when I get a warrant, you got to get damn arrested. That's my law. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
That's the law. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
All right. All right. The documents allege he also punched the man in the home and grabbed the phone from the woman as she attempted to call 911. So basically the situation is, I'm going to call your boss. Not if I get your phone first, bitch. What kind of shit is this, man? Listen. Between South Carolina and North Carolina, if you are a woman and you see a police officer, you are perfectly fine to blow your rape whistle, get your guns ready, pull your knife out. You are perfectly justified. I'm not telling you to do it, but I would totally get it if you got ready for a damn fight as soon as you saw a damn cop. Because between South Carolina and North Carolina, if you don't believe me, just Google it, baby. Just Google it. Oh my God, just Google it, baby. Google it. Google how many times these cops between just these 2 states are beating women, beating their wives, beating their girlfriends, damn near killing goddamn kids, killing their own damn kids, fucking them up, raping them, all this shit. Go Google that. Don't listen to me. Go open a library that is infinitely more powerful than the library of Alexander the Great, which is Google, or Bing if you prefer, or Yahoo, or any other search engine. DuckDuckGo, Pale Moon. Go search it out. You will see this is not an isolated incident. A lot of their officers between the Carolinas, North Carolina and North Carolina, freaking South Carolina and North Carolina. I lived in South Carolina for more than 30 years, and I've been in North Carolina several times. I can tell you, their cops are just garbage. Just garbage. Just doo-doo. Just every time you think about a South Carolina or North Carolina cop, just flush a goddamn toilet. That's how doo-doo they are. Just shit. Just shit. The documents allege he also punched a man in the home and grabbed the phone from a woman as she attempted to call 911. Now, I reread that sentence because I want you to understand what that implies. You punched a man, you grabbed the phone, and you stop people from calling 911 as a police officer. Do you understand what that is implying? The Rowan County Sheriff's Office charged him with breaking and entering, simple assault on a female, and interfering with 911, officials said. Salisbury police said the department was fully cooperating in the investigation and that each officer would receive ethics retraining in 2021 to include a refresher on the department's mission, values, and vision. Wow.
Nigga, that's that bullshit.
Why would you need to retrain your officers on the department's mission, values, and vision? Ultimately, a police officer's job is to uphold the goddamn Constitution, right? So shouldn't you just reread the Constitution if you're having issues? Just simply give classes on the goddamn Constitution, right? Shouldn't you just simply give classes on the damn Constitution? I mean, if your job as a police officer is to uphold the Constitution, and if there's an issue with with officers understanding the mission, the values, and the vision, then perhaps it's your entire department that needs a refresher course on the fucking U.S. Constitution. Because based on what I've seen from Carolina cops, y'all don't know it very, very well. Officer Bird's recent arrest and previous incident involving another officer are two isolated incidents which in no way reflects the character of the men and women of the Salisbury Police Department. The department added. Wait, so there was a previous incident? There was a previous incident? Wait. What do you mean previous incident? I didn't hear anything about this previous incident. I didn't hear anything about this with another officer. Oh, so you had issues with officers too. So it's not just citizens you've been abusing on. It's not just citizens that have issues with you. It's also other officers. Okay, so now you're one of those bad apples then. So maybe that bad apple should have been eliminated a long time ago instead of being kept on the force where people have to sit there and pay their goddamn tax dollars for this bad goddamn apple who you already said are two isolated incidents. No. There shouldn't even be more than one isolated incident. Because you see what happens, don't you? There's no argument here. Anyone who wants to come up with a counterpoint has to shut the fuck up, right? Correct? Because if you're telling me that this officer did all this shit, if any of this shit, if even one part of these allegations are fucking true, that means that maybe he should have been gone on the previous incident with another damn officer. How in the hell can you have a productive work environment with conflict at your damn work environment? And apparently, he was trying to stop this woman from allegedly stop this woman from calling 911, which further lets me know the problems in that work environment. That an officer would even have the fucking audacity, the nerve, the unmitigated gall, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, to even do this. Bird has been with the Salisbury Police since 2018, officials said. He's been held without bond. It's unclear whether he had an attorney who could comment for him. Interesting. Wow. That's just insane. Like, there's no other way to put that. That's insane. That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. Like, that's like, what do you say about that? What do you say about that? That's fucking insane. The cops are breaking in your house now. The cops are stopping women from dialing 911 on the cops as they assault the women and men. What the fuck is going on with modern day policing where you keep getting shit like this? What is going on here? Who in their right mind can't recognize there might be a problem when in just the past week I've covered a pedophile cop, well, actually several pedophile cops. I've covered cops beating their wives. I've covered cops killing women in the fucking UK. I've covered cops doing this shit. I've covered cops getting fired because of fucking shooting people. I've covered cops getting charged with damn manslaughter. I've covered a lot of shit. And mind you, it's not that I'm so much even looking for it. It's the fucking headlines. What do you want me to do with that? I'm a journalist. I gotta cover it. And if I specialize in covering a certain type of case, I'm gonna cover that type of goddamn case. If I keep seeing this shit, it's a fucking problem. Oh my God, there's a problem. Jesus. Man, that's just, I don't know what I can do with that, man. You know, that's just wild to me. That's just wild to me, man. I don't know what to do with that. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what to do with that, man. That's just wild to me. That's wild to me. Let's read some comments. Diesel Bomber says, I remember in high school I wrestled and we always fix guys up who we thought like that in the locker room. Diesel Bomber also says, what the fuck? Diakoski says, I'm speechless. Diesel Bomber says, shit, kidnapping too. Good job. Wait, 2 times? I just can't. They need they need more than retraining. I hear you. I'm surprised the citizens haven't fucked up the police station there. Yeah, it's getting to that point in North Carolina. It's getting to that point. I'm telling you, because like, understand that is in the past 2 weeks. You know how many officers have been fired in North Carolina in the past 2 fucking weeks? Yo, it's bad. Yo, it's bad. That's another one I wanted to cover, man. That's another one I wanted to cover. It's There's another one I wanted to cover. It is quite wild. Quite wild. I covered the Fresno one. I covered the Salisbury one. There was one more that I had there. All right, so this was another one. Another one. No, I don't. This one's not spicy enough. It's just simple assault. Officers placed on leave for simple assault. But there's one more that I had there. If you guys have other stories you want me to cover, let me know. But there's here we go. Here's the one that this is one that Fox News covered. This one is fucking insane. This one is fucking insane. I'm gonna tell you, if you thought the last one was crazy, strap in, folks. Strap in, folks. You're about to see some crazy shit. Okay? Before I get into this story, I'm gonna need me some marijuana. In fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. Okay? Go ahead and read that freaking headline. Don't take my word for it. Read that headline. And mind you, that was published on March 15th, which is today. Chat, you let me know. Chat, you let me know. What do you think, chat? You let me know. What do you think when you read that headline? I don't have to read that headline to you. What immediately comes to mind when you read that headline? First thing. Do you understand how insane that shit is? You understand this happened in Florida, right? You realize I just covered a case in Florida. We just had a pedophile cop, right? I just covered that. Now you get this shit. Just back-to-back shit now. And again, it's in one profession. You don't think that's going to change public opinion? Yeah. Listen. This shit here. I just this is gonna be a wild one. Strap in, folks. Strap in. All right. This is gonna be a wild one. Ex-Loveland police officer indicted on rape, sexual battery charges, prosecutor says. Holy shit. Anthony Pecord, a former police officer, faces up to 88 years in prison, according to the prosecutor. 88 years in prison for rape, sexual battery charges. Wow. Wait. And it's not just one charge he's getting. It's several charges. I want you to understand, this is a fucking insane case. There's no way to spin this. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's goddamn insane. It's in damn Ohio. Okay? Ohio. A former Loveland police officer has been indicted on numerous rape and sexual battery charges, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joseph Dieters announced Monday. Anthony Pitchfork was indicted on 8 counts of rape and 8 counts of sexual battery, the prosecutor said. Do you understand? Holy shit! 8 counts of rape and 8 counts of sexual. Listen, he's going down. He's never getting out. He's going down. Pitchfork used an intoxicant to impair the victim's ability to consent on January 24th, according to court documents. So basically, he did exactly what Bill Cosby did. He gave someone an intoxicant. Sexual intercourse happened, from what we know so far. And that's rape. That's rape. Holy shit, dude. This is a police officer. It's a police. These are the people who are supposed to investigate rape claims, man. These people who are supposed to protect victims. These are people who are supposed to go after the monsters who target the vulnerable, the innocent. And this man, oh my God, I'm getting mad because how do you not get angry when you see shit like this, man? The citizens trusted you, man. Look at this shit. This is goddamn insane. The next day, the alleged incident was reported and prompted a formal investigation. Loveland Chief of Police Dennis Son Rai said in a memo at the time. A statement from the city of Loveland said Pitchfork was placed on paid administrative leave as soon as allegations related to off-duty conduct were reported to the city. Pitchfork submitted his resignation to Chief Ray effective February 26. The city also says it immediately hired an outside investigator. Wow. This is getting crazier. The more you look at it, the crazier it sounds. We take all cases of sexual assault seriously, Dieter said on Monday. But when acts like this are committed by someone in a position of power and public trust, it is especially sickening. Once this behavior was reported, the city of Loveland and the Loveland Police Department cooperated fully with the investigation. Wow. And there's actually another story here that I want to look into about Pitchfork. The accused former police officer is still being held at the Hamilton County Justice Center, according to Dieters. Pitchfork faces up to 88 years in prison if he is convicted on all charges, the prosecutors said. Dieters also said there is a concern there might be more people who were victimized by Pitchfork. He said anyone who might be a victim should call the Hamilton County Sheriff's Detective Loosecamp at 513-595-7484. And again, I want you guys, if you are in Ohio or you knew this guy, please, I beg of you, call the police, call the sheriffs, call them right now, please, because if you don't do that, this guy could get away with all the stuff that he did. People like this, if he's guilty of any of this shit, and listen, I'm leaning more towards he's guilty. He needs to spend the rest of his life in prison. People who do this kind of shit to people, no, the fucking Cosby bullshit, no, go to prison and you fucking stay there. Especially since you were a damn police officer. You should get as much time as possible. If you are convicted of even one charge as a police officer of sexually assaulting someone or drugging someone to fucking rape them, you should not only get a life sentence, you should be the only person who's up for the goddamn death penalty. It is only because of your position of power. That's the only reason why I would say that. If it's like a normal citizen, I wouldn't say that. But it's because of your position of power. Your position of power is the reason why I do not want people like that on the streets. I want them behind bars or if push come to shove, execution. But I understand that I probably ain't gonna really get people to even agree with that. So fine, life imprisonment. And they get placed on general fucking population. No, fuck all this protective custody bullshit. See, that costs taxpayers extra money, and taxpayers have already paid their money to this bastard. And you see what they got for their goddamn money, right? So I just don't understand. I don't understand how people think that when you see cases like this, there doesn't need to be fucking reforms. This is goddamn horrifying. This is sad. How are rape victims gonna trust police when you have police doing shit like this? If a rape victim out there refuses to come forward because they're scared that police officer is gonna do this to them, you couldn't say anything. That's reasonable at this point. Because it seems like almost every day I'm either covering a story like this or I read about a story like this. I'm selective in what I cover. In fact, if you saw the prep up towards making this actual recording, you would have seen that I was actually picking out stories because there's so many of them like this out here. And when I set the Google search parameters, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to go over to the other tab real quick. Let's go up. I set it for the past 24 hours. The past 24 hours. So I didn't even go back a fucking week. Just the past 24 hours. That's what I do every day. That's how I get my bad cop no donut videos. I just pet it. I just set shit for the past 24 hours, and then basically, if I want to cover more about a certain department or a certain officer, then that's what I'll go back past 24 hours or back a years and years and years. But generally speaking, for videos like this, it's only in the past 24 hours. Do you understand how fucking insane that is? I want to see this right here because again, this is gonna be very. I want to see this shit here. So, his bond was set at $1 million, facing rape charge. Wow. His bond was set at $1 million. That is, wow. That is just, wow, man. There's some
charges was in court this morning. Our Allison Montoya is live downtown. Allison, you just left the courtroom. What happened?
Yeah, this was on March 6th.
Yeah, we just got outside from the Hamilton County Justice Center here downtown.
This is a Fox News report where they're talking about the actual court case.
Police officer Anthony Picord was arraigned here this morning. His bond is now set at $1 million. So let's get to some of that video here from the courtroom.
So that's him right there.
At the Hamilton County Justice Center. So former Loveland police officer Anthony Picord is facing 2 rape charges following an investigation. Wow. According to court documents, his attorney, that is, also told us he's surprised by this $1 million bond. Now, court documents say Picord...
He's surprised by this $1 million bond. Why are you surprised by this? You are a police officer, a man that had a fucking gun on them most every time. Most officers carry their guns on them. These are the ones that I've seen in a position of damn power, who was drugging people and raping them. You shouldn't even have a goddamn bond. Your bond should be so astronomically fucking high that you could never get out. Fuck that shit. That's ridiculous. The fact that he's, I'm surprised by the woman. Fuck that. I'm surprised it ain't goddamn 100 million. That is goddamn insane, bro. That is goddamn insane. That is unbelievable. And so apparently, used to drug someone, and you know, it's just insane. And again, it's just, I'm speechless. It's one part right here in the bottom. It says, Picord asked for 10% bond, but the judge set his bond as a straight bond at $1 million, $500 each for each count. Good job. Good job, Judge. Good job, Judge. Good job. Good job. The judge set it so high that he couldn't even fucking afford it. Good job, Judge. People who, again, God damn, like, you got to do the whole allegedly, fuck that shit. I believe the victim. Fuck this shit. It's just unbelievable what goes on in this damn country. It's just unbelievable the shit that goes on in this country, man. How is a rape victim going to ever trust the police when shit like this happens? How? I feel so bad for his victim, man. Because his victim thinking that this is a police officer is going to protect me. So you can imagine their state of confusion when that didn't happen. It's bullshit, man. It really is. All right, so there we go. Got another recording done. Let me try to press the record button. Oops. There we go. All right, so that one's done. Let me go ahead and make sure I get all my. That one's done. Okay, cool. All right, so that one's done. We got 3 done right there. See, that's my. All right, 3 bad cop, no donuts done. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and read some comments here. D. Coscare says, "Oh my God, is this unacceptable?" Yeah, yeah, you said it, man. Definitely. Diesel Bomb says, I never would have hired that guy in the first place. Just look at that guy. Yeah, he looks kind of crazy. He also says, cops have been on their high horse for way too long. I bet he was shaking down street level dealers and keeping the shit. Fucker. Yeah. There's no doubt what this motherfucker was into. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to know what this motherfucker was into. Just lock him up and don't let him out. DM Cosmic Chaos says he shouldn't get a bond. He's a flight risk. Exactly. It should be no bond. It should be none of this shit. No. You just stay locked up, sir. Nah. No, you just stay locked up, sir. You just stay behind bars. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to see the light of goddamn day. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I don't want you to see the light of goddamn day. I want you to stay behind bars. Because people like that, man, oh no, like that. Could you imagine the victim's confusion? This is a police officer. They would never hurt me. This is a police officer. They would never hurt me. Right? I want you to understand. There's a reason why I say the things that I say. It's not so much like that I just hate police officer. There's just too much happening right now. And there's too many stories coming in back to back now. Whereas I think people are just noticing things. People are noticing the ridiculousness that's going on. So, I mean, I want people to recognize that there's a reason why I hammer this stuff so much. It's because you can't have officers doing this shit. You can't have that. Simply put, you just can't have that. And I'm not going to apologize for covering news stories that I think affects the American people. I don't think that some people realize the problems that happens in this country. So we're going to look at another story. It's another spicy one. Another spicy one. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just story on the screen right there, so you can go ahead and just take a look at it. Go ahead and soak in all that glory right there. Soak in all that glory before we get into the next recording. Soak in all that glory. Soak in all that glory. That's as my boys Mario and Luigi would say, that's a spicy meatball. All right. As Super Mario would say, that's a spicy meatball. You know, I just gotta say. I just gotta say. All right. All right, so let's get this piece here. By the way, 420, smoke 'em if you got them, because you're going to need it for this one. You're going to need it for this one, baby. This one's pretty wild. All right, so there's a there's a very spicy story. It's I must tell you, it's oh my God. You got it. You gotta understand. It's very spicy. Navy probe finds contractor charged in Capitol insurrection was well-known Nazi sympathizer.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
That's a spicy. You listen. You just gotta give your meat a good old rub. You know.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it.
Nice and
hot.
Yeah, harder.
Hot under spicy meat.
Yeah, boy. An Army reservist charged with storming the U.S. Capitol was a well-known white supremacist and Nazi sympathizer at the Navy base, where he worked as a contractor and was even rebuked for sporting a distinctive Hitler mustache, prosecutors said in new court filings.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Oh my God. That is, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. If you're in the military, you might want to avoid anything even remotely dealing with Stalin, Hitler, all that stuff, because I'm going to tell you, by the Uniform Code of Military Justice, or UCMJ as it's also called, that's a freaking no-go. All right, I was in the military. I'm a multiple-time combat veteran, rated at 100% with the VA, and I got to tell you, that's a no-go. So, man, this is gonna be a wild story. Strap in, folks. Strap in. Get your seatbelts on. This is gonna be a wild story. Socially distanced from anything that could be used to make that could hurt yourself when you face palm. Okay, all right. Federal prosecutors revealed Friday that the Navy conducted its own internal investigation into Timothy Hale Cusinelli that uncovered numerous incidents where he promoted racist and sexist views. The Naval Criminal Investigation Service interviewed 44 of his colleagues, and 34 of them said he held extremist or radical views pertaining to the Jewish people, minorities, and women. So, hold on. Before the OTLs, for the MAGA folk, before all the Nick Fuentes stands, all the Sticks Hexahammer 666 fans, all the Tim Pool fans, all the pseudo Nazis out there, before they get upset, they interview his colleagues. You know, the people who served with him in the fucking Navy. Those are the people that were saying this guy seems a little bit extreme. 34 out of 44 said that. Do you understand how insane it is to have 34 out of 44 of your colleagues call you an extremist, or that you have extremist or radical views pertaining to the Jewish people, minorities, and women? Wow, that is just ultra spicy meatballs there. That is just ultra spicy meatballs. Hale Cusinelli, 30, was charged with 7 criminal counts, including obstructing congressional proceedings, civil disorder, and disorderly conduct in the Capitol. He hasn't yet entered a plea. Wow, that is, I gotta say, stupid commercials, man. These commercials, again, these sites with these stupid commercials is so silly. His defense attorney declined to comment Sunday about the new details of the Navy's probe, but has noted in court filings that Hale Cusinelli maintains that he isn't a white supremacist. Just like the Nick Fuentes stands, they'll say the most racist white supremacist shit in the world, right? And they'll come around and say, what do you mean I'm a white supremacist? I don't know. Listen. I'm not a white supremacist. It's actually Antifa. It was Antifa down at the campus, at the freaking Capitol, right? Do you remember them? Do you remember those stupid ass claims? I remember it. Pepperidge Farms fucking remembers those claims that it was Antifa down at the goddamn Capitol. And now one by one you're seeing, goddamn, that's a distinctive lack of Antifa fucks. We're seeing police officers, paramedics, firemen, service members, moms, dads, Karens, un-Karens, Power Boys, racists, sexists, Confederates, Klansmen. But man, they are really short on these so-called Antifa who were at the goddamn Capitol. I tell you, it's a very strange thing.
It seems to me a strange thing.
I agree with you, Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a very strange thing. It's a very strange thing. Why is it that I'm seeing so many people who don't appear to be fucking Antifa? Why is that? Do my eyes fucking deceive me? Are you getting messages from the other goddamn dimension that I'm not seeing? What is it that these retards on the right, who are still defending the goddamn Capitol riot, who are still defending these goddamn idiots, who is it? Where are these damn Antifa? But I guarantee you, somewhere out in the void of Facebook, Twitter, Minds Gap, YouTube comments, Discord comments, Discord voice chat, you name it. Somewhere in the ether, there's still some cousin fucking retard out there saying it was Antifa.
It was Antifa, hurrat.
It was Antifa, hurrat. Colleagues told Navy investigators that Hale Cusinelli made near daily comments against Jews, advocating for killing newborn babies with disabilities, and had issues with women, according to court filings. Prosecutors said they found racist memes on his phone, including one with the N-word, one that compared black people to animals, and one insulting George Floyd. Interesting. That is quite spicy. You know, you just got to give your meat a good old rub.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot.
Hotter.
Spicy meat.
Yeah, boy. That is a spicy meatball. Because, see, this also partially, stories like this pulls the veil off, right? See, these people, they will always say, it's just a meme, bro. It's just a meme. But that's the only type of meme that you use. But it's just a meme, bro. It's just a meme. Do you have a problem with memes, bro? All right. Are you Antifa? Are you Antifa? It's just a meme, bro. But then you turn around, you do what I've been doing for the past couple of days. If you go to my channel, and I've been sharing nothing but offensive things about Nick Fuentes and the Goipers, how they're virgins and that they can't get white vagina. And I can tell you, man, they can't take jokes very, very well. They read very hard. So for people who just want to tell you all the time, it's just a meme, bro. It's just a meme. It's just a meme, bro. I tell you, man, they don't take criticism too fucking well. It's fantastically delicious, right? How the veil is just coming off, isn't it? Fantastically delicious. How the veil is just coming off. A federal judge in New Jersey ordered his release shortly after he was arrested in January, but the Justice Department convinced a more senior judge in Washington, D.C. to block his release pending further review. A detention hearing is scheduled for Thursday. A trail of hateful comments. This is going to be the really spicy part, because again, I'm very interested to see what he had to say, what Mr. Hale Cusinelli had to say about certain things. I'm very. Don't you want to pick his brain? Chat. You know, chat. By the way, this is a freak show. So chat, let me know. Don't you want to pick his brain? I want to pick his brain. I want to know what he's thinking. You know, I feel like that old R&B song. I don't know who sings this song. You know, I want to know what's on your mind. Tell me all the time. I want to know what you're thinking, baby. I want to know what he's thinking. Don't you wish you were Professor X? You could just peer into his mind. Don't you wish this is a real life version of Magic the Gathering? You could tap one mather. You could just tap one blue mana and just see beyond. Right into his brain, baby. Don't you? I do. You know. I'm very curious to see what Mr. Hale had to say. I'm very curious. Very interested. Aren't you? Let's get into what Mr. Hale Cusinelli had to say. What our friend here had to say. I'm very curious as to some of his opinions, you know. I want to know. Again, because they always say, I just want to have a conversation, bro. Bro, I just want to have a conversation, bro. Bro, DA, I just want to have a conversation, bro. Well, let's have a conversation. Hale Cusinelli worked as a security contractor at Naval Weapons Station Earl near Colts Neck, New Jersey. He held a secret security clearance as part of his job, prosecutors said. The Navy launched its own internal inquiry after Hale Cusinelli was arrested in January. And nearly 36 of his colleagues shared stories of his alleged racist and bigoted comments. Prosecutors highlighted the Navy's findings in a filing advocating for his continued detention. One of Hale Cusinelli's supervisors told investigators that he would talk up to new colleagues and ask, "You're not Jewish, are you?" A petty officer claimed they heard him say Jews, women, and blacks were on the bottom of the totem pole. Another contractor at the base said Hale Cusinelli told them that Jewish people are ruining everything and did not belong here, according to the filing. In a shocking revelation, prosecutors said Hale Cusinelli came to the base last year sporting a distinctive mustache that resembled the Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. Wow. One of his supervisors told the Navy investigators that they confronted Hale Cusinelli about his apparent Hitler mustache. Another naval officer recalled that Hale Cusinelli said Hitler should have finished the job.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh my God!
Wow. Well, I'm going to reread that one. That's another naval officer recalled that Hale Cusinelli said Hitler should have finished the job. Wow. Prosecutors also found evidence that they said proved Hale Cusinelli's extremist views after searching his phone. They found a video where he allegedly pushed the conspiracy theory that the Jews did 9/11. Another clip where he allegedly said, "I hate immigrants intensely." Wow.
Enough from the clown.
You goddamn clown. That's insane. It's a service. This man's in the Navy. He's in the fucking military. He has a fucking secret clearance. On the day of the Capitol insurrection, prosecutors say Hale Cusinelli recorded a video of himself shouting in obscene vulgarity at a female police officer who was protecting the building. Wow. Defense attorney pushes back. His attorney, Jonathan Zucker, has said in court filings that Hale Cusinelli is not a violent man and that he can be safely released into the custody of his close associates in New Jersey. You goddamn clown.
Enough from the clown.
Do you understand what this man is accused of? If you are in a position of power, if you are in the military, well, the thing about it is you should be held. Because if they're going strict for UCMJ, I'ma tell you, by UCMJ, military just hold your ass indefinitely until you got them trial. The military operates by very different goddamn rules, son. They are very serious about this kind of shit. If you insult your commanding officer too often, they can lock your ass up. Believe it or not, they can lock your ass up. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's just, shit is getting wild out here, man. Shit is getting wild. Mr. Hale Cusinelli is charged with crimes stemming from entering and remaining on Capitol grounds, principally offenses analogous to trespass, Zucker wrote in a court filing. He is not charged with crimes of violence nor destruction. He never assaulted nor threatened anyone.
Enough from the clown.
You a goddamn clown. It doesn't matter if you were charged with assaulted or threatened anyone. That's not the point. You are in the United States military and you're pulling this shit. You should be held indefinitely and if found guilty, executed. I believe anyone who puts on that goddamn uniform who becomes a fucking traitor should be put to goddamn death. And I say that based on me being a combat veteran and being there and doing fucking that. And if you ain't walked in my goddamn shoes, I would like to hear why you think I should change my opinion. Being a traitor while you are in a uniform that you are supposed to respect. See, people think that when we saluted officers, we saluted the man. No, if you watched Tom Hanks' Band of Brothers, you find out that you never salute the man. You salute the rank. It's out of respect for several reasons, but the reason why I did it is for respect for everyone, for everyone who has ever held that rank. So understand something. When you put on that uniform, your medals, your insignia, your unit patch, if you're in the Army or if you're in the freaking Marine Corps, when you roll those freaking sleeves up, when you put on that uniform, it is a sign of pride. You are never to do anything to bring dishonor to that uniform and being a fucking Nazi. Being racist. Denigrating people based on their ethnic heritage, their racial identity, their race, gender. That is unacceptable while in the ranks of the military. You can feel that way personally, and I'm going to tell you, I used to have some very controversial beliefs. But when it comes to service, you shut the fuck up. You do your goddamn job. You don't get to be a goddamn racist while in service. You don't get to be a fucking sexist while you're in damn service. You don't get to be a fucking bigot. You don't get to hate people because they're goddamn gay or transgender. You don't get to do that. You forfeit that right when you raised your goddamn right hand. You swore a fucking oath, and I take that shit. That's why I'm so goddamn offended. It's offensive to me that anyone who rose their right hand just like me, who swore an oath, will behave like this. This is why pieces of shit like this should be considered a goddamn traitor. He should be spit on wherever he fucking goes. Don't do it, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. In Minecraft, if I saw this man, I would spit on him. I would stomp him out in fucking Minecraft. In Minecraft, I would fucking clothesline his goddamn ass. In Minecraft. In an interview with FBI agents, Hale Cusinelli denied being a Nazi sympathizer or holding white supremacist views, according to defense filings. His attorney acknowledged that his client's social media posts are controversial, but claimed they are primarily focused on local politics.
Enough from the clown.
What does racism have to do with local politics? And notice the lawyer speak here. It's primarily focused on local politics.
That's bullshit. Stop lying.
Listen, when you make a statement like that, right, you got to break that down. When he says, hey, for the most part, primarily, that's what primarily. Let's go look at the word with the primarily. I want to show you the trick these fucking lawyers use, right? What does primarily mean? I want people to see the word sound, the freaking wordplay here. It's beautiful, but it's bullshit at the same time. It's beautiful bullshit, right? It's beautiful bullshit. I want people to see this. It's such beautiful bullshit. Right? The word primarily means for the most part mainly. Right. An example of that would be around 80% of personal computers are used primarily for word processing. So that's what the word primarily means. It means that for the most part that's the case. For the most part that's the case. It doesn't mean that's the case all the time. It just means that for the most part that's the case. One of Hale Cusinelli's supervisors at the Navy base where he worked submitted a letter defending Hale Cusinelli and attacking the press. He refuted the allegations that Hale Cusinelli is a white supremacist by noting that he would frequently buy breakfast for a black colleague.
Enough from the clown.
Listen, I can't be racist. I brought you breakfast one time. I was appalled at how he was slandered in the press in regards to him being a white supremacist. Sergeant John Getz wrote to the judge, "I've never known him to be this way." And Getz said he was proud to have someone like Hale Cusinelli serve under me. Since his arrest, Hale Cusinelli has been barred from the Navy base where he worked with Getz. But prosecutors told the judge that this glowing comment directly contradicts what Getz told Navy investigators. Getz told Navy that Hale Cusinelli was a Holocaust denier who made racist remarks in a joking but not way, and that he confronted Hale Cusinelli about his behavior. When FBI agents interviewed Getz about the discrepancy, he said he wasn't personally offended by Hale Cusinelli's conduct and wanted to speak positively about him to the judge. Hale Cusinelli was in the Army Reserves at the time of the Capitol siege, but has since been discharged according to court documents. The Pentagon said he was a reservist since 2009. Wow, that is just insane. That is just insane. What do you do with this? I'm not sure what the fuck you do with this, man. This is just insane. All right, that one's done. So, guys, that's gonna be it for the podcast today, guys. Let me go check the lines real quick. See if anybody called in. Nope. Okay, cool. Let me go check the Discord. All right, let's see. Boom. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. DM Cause Chaos, thank you for joining me today. I salute you, sir. Diesel Bomb, thank you for joining me today. I salute you too. Thank you, sir. All right, so that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great day, guys. I want you to be safe. Wear a mask. Don't get COVID. Horns up. Peace out. Good night and good luck.